Telling you guys, I could not make this stuff up. Yeah? So, just continuing to, have flashbacks to my childhood and how the did I survive that shit? Oh my god, literally. I will say it. How the fuck did I survive? Not only several head injuries, but the one that I just thought of that I could share with you guys. Holy shit. I am fully aware of other children who have passed away from exactly the story I'm about to tell you. Luckily, me and my sister did survive. Anyway, so we go and visit my Arnie who lives in Smithfield, Fairfield, something field, anyway. And that is the inner western Sydney area. I mean, and that shit is fucking hot there, man. On the best day of winter, it's still fucking hot. No, I'm not talking Tamworth melt the bitumen hot, but still like humidity, heat, you know. Anyways, we go and visit my Arnie, and me and my sister, goofing around inside as kids. And my sister can be a bitch at the best of times. So whatever happened, over a chocolate bar or scooping ice cream, or who got more sprinkles, who didn't, the adults thought it would either be a good excuse or, a reason, or, this would be a great punishment to literally force us to be locked in the car outside in this little Datsun in the extreme heat of the day. You guys stay in there, otherwise I'm gonna flog the both of yous. Yous are gonna get nothing for Christmas. We're like, oh my god, all right, like, whoa, like me and my sister, we used to get in some pretty full-ons, but I believe this one they used that, us commotion and the kids' commotion as an excuse to get us kids out of the house, not disturbing them for whatever adult things they had going on. Because I seen some motherfucking shit at my Arnie's house, man. Like a mountain. A mountain of white powder. I'm talking like the tea towel, full. From one edge to the other. Yeah? And they're like, oh, no. Yeah, don't worry, it's just the kids. Wow. Anyway, on this day, so me and sister get locked in the car. Literally, they've got the keys, put all the buttons down. With the Datsun, you can just pull it up and hop out. But we're under threat, They told us we get out of this car, we're going to get flogged, and we're going to lose, and we're going to miss out, and rah, 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 So, anyway, it might have taken 2 or 3 minutes before me and my sister just started arguing in the car. We're getting upset, we're getting frustrated, we're getting heated, and it's your fault, no, it's your fault, no, it's your fault, oh my god, no, it's your fault. And then we literally start to get in the physical in the car. Like, even now looking back and remembering, the body heat was so extreme then. Like, it was stinking like delusional hot in the car. No wonder we were trying to kill each other. Like, it was just delirium. Anyways, at this point, we're literally rumbling around in the back seat, and I got her in the headlock, and I remember I'll just punch her in the forehead. Just punch her in the forehead. Like, anyway, so I went to punch her in the forehead, and whatever happened, it went down and actually got her in the mouth. And it knocked out her adult tooth. In like, fuck. Shit, man. I just knocked out my sister's front adult tooth. Like, oh my god. And she looked at me and she was like, all right, now that's done. Let's get out. And we can use that as an excuse to get out of the car. And I was like, all right, no worries, sis. Like, okay. Sure, let's do that. And she literally had the tooth in between her thumb and her finger, and was like, let's go. This is it. This is our chance. So we undone the button. We as we're literally getting out of the car, through the door, like through the window from inside, you hear the banshee squeal. No, 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 no. We're wiping the sweat away from our eyebrows, like dizzy and feeling sick. I can't describe it any more physical than that. Anyways, and then Natasha's like, Ron just punched my tooth out. I was like, what? Yeah, Mom, I just knocked her tooth out. Oh my God, we're gonna go to the hospital. We're gonna go to the emergency dentist. Like, said we're gonna do something. I literally fucking knocked her tooth out. That shit don't grow back. That was an adult one, Mom. What have you done? Oh my God, here we go again. Much as a dad, you can literally hear from inside. Get up, go down the hallway, through the lounge room, and then boom to the front door. Blah, 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 to the front stairs. Oh my God, again. And then mom seeing that, she's literally holding her front tooth. And was like, ah. She went white, didn't know what to do. Auntie Nat came out and she said, look, I know this, we can do this. And that was to go to Westmead Emergency Dental Hospital, where they could, whack it back in, glue it, whatnot. But unfortunately for Natasha, it didn't want to reconnect. So she had to go through root canal therapy and get a crown put on. And years later, I ended up having to do the same thing in my front left tooth, the fucking same exact tooth that I knocked out of my sister's face, in the heat of death in a car, delusional. Not that we didn't punch on anyway. And this flashback again, every time we were watching The Simpsons, the ads would come on, like it was on, Donkey Kong, fucking boom, crash, Mario, Luigi saving the princess, scar the face, literally she did scar my face one time coming after me. Anyways, that was the kind of relationship that we had, and I really think her losing that tooth, me knocking it out, saved our lives or saved some form of sanity, because it was brutal. And I know that in my adult life I've learned and heard of other cases where kids have passed away from it. Whether intentional neglect or forgetness. There's, clinical terms for it, but this was intentional, And anyway, so yeah, I ended up losing my front left one during a football game. Oh, man, I was a great footballer. Me and my best friend were like the fucking aces of the team. But our coach didn't encourage us to wear mouth guards. So, being young and cool, we don't need them. We don't need them. Yeah, and anyways, went for a tackle, and my best mate went for the same person. We both ducked and went under for the under for the tackle. And when we got there, he was on that person's left side, and so was I. And when I went down and under, the top of his head connected with the front of my face. And again, like a coconut to the fucking face, man. Oh my God, how flexible can someone's face be? Mine wasn't in this moment, and I remember, oh my God, holding my mouth, you can hear holding my mouth and feeling the blood come out, and then something loose in there, and I was like, no, and I spat it out, and there's my fucking front tooth in my hand, and all this blood dribbling out from my nose, and I was like, oh no, I'm never gonna be able to pick up a chickie again. They're gonna think I'm a toothless, gappy, friggin' hillbilly, man. Oh my God, I went in shock. I was like, oh my God, whoa. Same thing, went to Westmead Emergency Dental, and couldn't reattach it, and then years later, root canal therapy, horrendous, and still every couple of years I've got to go and get a new one put on, which costs about 700 Australian dollars, which, it falls out all of a sudden, fuck, you're up for something there. But lucky enough, this one's been good. It did fall out once in the past. That was embarrassing. But anyway, round up the story. Don't lock your kids in the fucking car, man. It's just stupid and could possibly kill them. Anyways, please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do these days. Like I said, you couldn't make it up.